Hey everybody, Basket here. We are going to try to get our guy around the Mun back to Earth, or back to Kerbal. Kerbin? Whatever that thing is over there. Over somewhere. That thing. What is that thing? I feel like it's Kerbin. Anyway, so this guy's currently orbiting here. And what we want to do is we want to try and get it back. If that somehow fails, we can still transmit Rescience back. But my goal is to try and get it all the way back. So let's go ahead and zoom out. We want to add a maneuver node. So it's going to be in an hour, so we have lots of time to think about it. Oop, that's wrong, the wrong direction. Let's go that way. So what does that do? What is this? So that's the Mun escape. And then, so then in 4 hours I'll hit that. Although that's not what I want. I was hoping I was going to run into it, but it seems like can't tell. So that'd be in 2 days. Let's see. Oops. I'm not sure how to. No, let me start over. I feel like escaping that direction probably isn't what I want to do. So I need to get rid of all this. And then let's try again. So what we want to do is we want to actually have this guy circle around. So let's have it, because I think I believe he's going that way. So we don't want to escape here and then shoot out this way. It doesn't seem like it makes any sense. So let's speed up his rotation around the Mun. It's a very slow rotation. And then once it gets past the apoapsis, then I'll plan based on that. So now it is past that. So we'll go regular speed. We'll add a maneuver node, so that's in 2 hours. And that is... No, that's not quite what we want. Alright, so then that is super far out from Kerbin. Let's see. What kinds of things can we do to make this work? I might play around with this a little bit because this might take a while for me to actually plan out. And then I'll come back to you guys in a second. Okay, so this, I'm not sure how much this will take to actually do. The first burn is in 2 hours, but no estimate. So I don't know how long it's actually going to take, but I have to go around here, burn for an unknown amount of time, and then I'll escape this. I'll end up in a... I'll escape the Mun, end up in an orbit around Kerbal, and then I guess here, so I don't really know exactly how that links up, but so then over here in... I guess 1 day, 3 hours, 3 minutes from now, I'll do another burn. I'll adjust this actually when I get into that orbit, but so potentially I'm going to arc over here, do some sort of orbit. Once I get to this point, I'm going to change my orbit, and then try and get back to the to Kerbal, or to Kerbin. Kerbin, yeah. So we'll see if that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust, and get to the blue dot, wherever that is, and then I'm going to speed up time for the 2 hours, and we're going to see if we can get back. Right now we have some science I think I might have sent back because it was going to be free, but I believe if we look at the materials bay, there's a 75 in there, and some other stuff. But if I need to, I can I can send it back because I have lots of a whole processing lab and everything else. So we're gonna see if this is enough fuel to do the different maneuvers we want to do to get back. We'll have to see. The next after this, or depending on how long different parts of this, I'm going the wrong way. Depending on how long different parts of this return mission will take, I might work on the second version before I even get the science back to see if I can adjust the way this works to make it, you know, more likely that I'll be able to land on the Mun, and then at least do science there, and then send it back, and you know, if I can, then actually return. So let's try and get as close as we can to perfect on the blue dot. We have SAS on. I'm not gonna hit spacebar, but I'm gonna have Shift and X ready. So let's go ahead and speed this up. We need we have 2 hours to kill, as we are for this initial burn. So let's go ahead and speed up time. Looks like our blue dot is still staying pretty well. We're going to circle around the side of the Mun. It's very dark. I think there's also buttons for oh, there's the sun. There's buttons for being able to change this time, but I'm not really sure what they are, so I'm just going to do it with the mouse. We're at, alright, 1 hour left until the burn. I'm hoping it's not real long of a burn because I don't have a lot of fuel. So we'll have to see. It'd be cool if with the science I'd be able to get better engines that will, you know, be like nuclear. I don't know if, you know, depending on when you get those, but so we're at 30 minutes now. And coming down to 20. I'll slow it down a little bit just so we don't overshoot it. 14 minutes. I'm hoping this burn, this particular maneuver that I'm doing, is going to be able to get us back. That would be pretty sweet. I guess we can speed up a little bit more. Once we get down to 1 minute, I'll go regular speed. Try and get our guys home. Anton. Alright, we're coming up on the time. I think this is still pretty good. Let me adjust it slightly. Right about there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm ready with Shift and then X for, because I'm not sure exactly when the burn is going to be done, because it doesn't say for some reason. I think in previous episodes when it was saying like 3 hours or whatever, it's because I wasn't on the right stage yet. In case you're wondering why that was. That was a few episodes ago, but I was looking back at it and thinking that's probably why that was happening. So we have 20 seconds left, and we do the burn. 15. I'm gonna start it a little bit early, is my impression, maybe a second or two. And I'm gonna get ready to kill it after that. So 3, 2, 1, burn. Oh, it's a super short burn. Okay, kill it. Alright, what did that do? Alright, good. So now we are on the path. So in 3 hours, we're going to do, it's going to be an escape. And then we will see what sort of, you know, how close we are to the actual thing. So I think I will get rid of these guys. Because they're probably slightly off because I didn't quite do exactly the right thing here, but let's go ahead and get rid of these maneuver nodes. So here we're going to escape, and I guess that's going to be our orbit. Interesting. So we can, or this will be, I'm not really sure. Oh, okay, this is the orbit for, okay, so this will be our orbit then. And so this is the closest we are to, well, that's not very close. Alright, so that's in 1 day. So let's go ahead and add a maneuver node. And then we will tweak this to find out. We're going to be a lot closer than that. So it's going to be right into it. So we're going to actually land with that, I believe. So let's go ahead and pop in here. So that's only going to be a 10-second burn. So I think we can actually get back with this. All right. So let's go ahead and just focus on this instead of trying to work on another ship until we actually get this guy down. Although while that's actually running, because that'll run for, I mean, it's going to be, it's 1 day until that maneuver. So we can say goodbye to the Mun. Goodbye, Mun. We're leaving your orbit. I'm pretty sure I've already done all the science-y things I can do around this area. Maybe, maybe not. Might as well. Okay, that one's already good. I think I've already done temperature readings, probably. Log temperature data. Cannot do that right now. Okay, we will not do that right now. And then the bay we already have data for. And can we do a crew report? No, we've already done that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset that. And I think what I can do, I might come back to it in a little bit and then see if I can do any other science out there. But for now, let's go ahead and head back to the Space Center. Look at what science we have already sent. Research. So we already have 100 science stocked up. So what kind of things do we have to play with? We have different engines. Let's see. I think I'm going to, because there's quite a few things to look over here. It might be kind of boring while I'm just staring at these. So I will come back to you guys after I've sort of looked through these and kind of planned out what I want to do. Okay, so nothing really stood out that was super inspiring through all these things. So I think I actually might, I already have enough science for this guy. So I for the different fuel things here and whatever. So I mean, unless I missed something in here that seemed, you know, extra handy. I didn't see anything that I was like, oh, this will really help me on this mission. So I think I'm going to get this one here, which is going to open up a further line for rocketry. So let's see what I got after that. So let's see. This is a, I think a solid or a liquid fuel booster. All right, okay. And then we have another engine. And we have, oh, a huge tank. That's a big tank, I think. Looks like quite a bit of fuel. So we can use that stuff to try and adjust the design of the orbit 13. No, I'm sorry, 8. We're only on 8. Is this really what I used to get up there? That's not what I used to get up there. What's up there right now? Oh, I see. It sorts it not by my Roman numerals. I was going to say, I was like, this seems like a really early stage. Okay, orbit 9. Yeah, there we go. That's what I remember. So what I want to do here is I want to add some stuff to underneath this thing. So it can potentially land and have the ability to land and then also have additional fuel stuff to come off. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff we just got. So I think this is one of the, oh I was going to say, came here, I thought it was gigantic. Okay, so it is, but it is big. I mean, it's the size of this, this whole thing is here, which works out because it's, I mean, that's the, what's there. It'll probably take more to lift it off though. But let's see, so this holds on to 720, whereas these things that I have all over the place are just 180. So I think just for funsies, I will attach one of those things there. And then I'll mess around with some more stuff to add on to it. Like some landing legs. And then we might actually take this thing out just for seeing how it lands and given the ladders that I'm attached onto it. If I can, I'll use parachutes because it's different kind of atmosphere, but I'm going to try it out on land here, but first I'll work on building it, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, so this is what I've come up with so far. So this is the Munlander 1. So I put the big tank here, ladders coming down, and the landing struts, and then an engine on the bottom. I don't know how far these extend, so that'll be part of the experiment. And then for the actual launch itself of on the actual Mun, I want the parachutes to be the last thing because that'll be when I'm returning. But this time around, I don't need. I want the. Let's see. I want the. This bottom engine doesn't actually have to do anything. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not going to really use it for this test. So there's the parachutes to get us down. And we'll also see if that's enough to land. I couldn't find any sort of decoupler for this gigantic thing here. So we'll have to see if the landing legs really work to stabilize it or not. And I guess on the moon you'd have more of a jump. So we'll have to see how close we can get, how far away this ladder is from the ground, because I don't have any sort of extending ladder right now. So I think I will take this guy. I'm trying to think if I want to make any modifications to it first. I guess at the very least I'll get a test or crew that is good for testing out stuff, meaning I don't really care about them. And what did I want to change? Let's just see how this works. Let's send it to launch. Launch. So we will see. I might stage some of the stuff earlier just because we don't want to go super high anyway. So let's go ahead and we will throttle up, and we will 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing I test is, can these bottom rockets move this whole thing in addition to this? Oh, I know. I wanted to find out what the button is to extend these legs. So let's actually, I guess we're pausing the game. Settings, controls. I don't know what I'll have to figure out what the controls are. So 1 second. Okay, so looks like it is the G key. So let's see if we can actually do it from here. G. Okay, there we go. Extended. So that's how far they extend. So that's actually, it looks like that might be enough for that particular engine. I don't know if it's going to be enough necessarily for. I can cut these engines actually. I don't know if it's going to be enough for the. Throttle up. Oh, I just did something. Let me see. Let me throttle up to get away from this other stuff. Oops. Kill the engines. There we go. And now I want to G. There we go. So now I'll extend out. Oh wow, those extend really far. I think on the Mun, that would be enough for me to be able to use the jetpack, which I might have to look up the key for that, but use the jetpack to actually get up onto that. That should be enough. Let me see where we're going to land. Okay. So I'll go ahead and check on... Actually, let me... While this is happening, let me check on our other guy. That's... I can't tell... I'm assuming he's escaping. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to come back to him after I'm done with this test. So we'll go ahead and let this guy land. I won't cut because he's almost there. So the question is, when this guy lands, will these legs hold all of this? And do our ladders position properly? Okay, good. So that did land. It didn't blow up. Good. Because this is what the engine would be to get us out, is kind of what the idea. So we will... so we don't actually have anyone inside here. Let me think. Okay, so let me pop this guy out. Let me make sure there's no science we can do here, I guess. I think this is grasslands. Or it's the bay. Okay. So let's go ahead and do an EVA. Make sure we can climb down at least most of the way. So then here we have to transition from doing spacebar. We have to walk out a little bit and then grab. Oh, interesting. The grab didn't quite work. Let's go ahead and see if we... Oh, wow, we can actually... I think we can reach it from here. So let me face forward, jump. Oop, nope, he bumped his head. There we go. I was trying to zoom in more. All right. So we'll walk this way, walk back this way. Can we just grab it normal, or we have to jump? I had it there for... Okay, so let's jump and grab. Jump and grab. Oh. Jump. Alright. Jump, grab. So he can almost do it, and I think on the Mun he could do it fine. Jump, grab. But can't quite do it here, unfortunately. So the other test I wanted to do is trying to make sure this engine works okay. But I don't think I'll be able to do it with this one. So let's recover this, because he has to be inside to fly it. So I'm going to do the same test again. Let me grab that back. What I'm going to do is... I realized I could have recovered it from there. I meant to, but I forgot to. I can't throttle up from here. Yeah, I can't throttle up while nobody's in there. Do the same test again after I check on our other guy. But this time leave the guy inside and then see... It still says orbiting the Mun. What is your... Okay, you are escaping. But right now you're orbiting and then you're going to escape in 3 hours. Okay, good. So let's go back to the Space Center. So what we can do is... let's do the same launch. I think I come here first. I want to make sure I have the right crew. So we'll do the Mun Lander 1. Load that guy up. Make sure we have our test pilot crew. And we will... trying to think, yeah. I'm kind of debating if I want to use the parachutes to land, because, I mean, it's going to be a whole different sort of setup when we're on the Mun. But we will throttle up. 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll go up for a little bit. And then, again, we'll kill the engines, drop off a bunch of stuff. And then we'll land with the parachutes, I guess. With the landing lights down. And then we'll take off again. I'm not sure how we will get back down once we do that. So, have hand might be, it's for science. Sorry, guy. So we'll get rid of that stuff. And then we will throttle up. So we're actually going somewhere. And then we will get rid of all that stuff. Bye-bye. And we'll deploy the parachutes. Got the engines. Put out the struts. And then I will see you guys on the surface. Alright, so we are now on the surface. I've lost the parachutes because that's what happens when you land here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to throttle up and just make sure this thing will take off properly with this engine. It's going to be, of course, a different atmosphere on the Mun than here and so on, but I'm hoping this is enough to at least to push this thing up. So we'll put SAS on and we'll throttle up. And it doesn't go anywhere. So at least here, this is not enough to, let me, I guess, put up the legs. No. Okay. So at least here on this planet, this engine is not enough to take us off. So that's something to consider. I may put on a different engine, possibly, and then run a couple more tests, I guess, because this isn't going anywhere. So I guess this might be too wimpy of an engine. But I want something that's kind of flat, so that these legs will still be able to get there. So it's going to recover the vessel. I guess Hanvan's life is saved as a result of that engine not working properly. So we'll go ahead and load up the next guy, and I will try out some different engines to find out which one is the right one. On second thought, because obviously it didn't work on Kerbal, on Kerbin. But I think that will still work on the Mun. I feel like that's enough to get out, to lift off the Mun. I guess we're banking on that a little bit, because the other ones, they're too long for this particular plan. So I think I might actually load this guy up. Let's go ahead and put some crew on here. We will not send all of our best guys, but let's go ahead and actually... we didn't change this at all, so let's go ahead and hire some more people. While the other one's returning still, we're going to get some more guys on the payroll. Let's see. You look good. We want somebody who's more courageous than the rest of them. Alright, good. We'll go ahead and head back in here. And at the beginning of the next episode, we are going to... Let me go ahead and get the crew ready. We'll head out to the launch pad. Let's go ahead and... Oh, Jebediah, do I send you... Yes. We will send Jebediah, Have-Hand, and Abo. You guys can be in the science pod. I only trust Jebediah to fly. So we're going to go ahead and save this. We'll head out to the launch pad. Anytime. Load. Alright. So this guy is going to go to the Mun. It's a little wobbly. In the next episode. So, thanks for watching.